Hello everybody, welcome to ICC's Game of the Day. I'm Joel Benjamin, and it's my privilege to bring to you the action from Game 1 of the Anand Kramnik World Championship match. We've been anticipating this event for many months now, and it's good to see it finally underway. But unfortunately, we did not get the so-called Benjamin bump, where you see a lot of decisive games on ICC on days that I do commentary. Was not the most exciting game in the world, but I do recommend that you stick around with our Game of the Day coverage, because we will have a special trivia question for you at the end from Mig. But anyway, Kramnik had white in the first game. And it's very common in World Championship matches to have a little feeling out process at the beginning. If you remember the great Fischer-Spassky World Championship match from 1972, Game 1 is famous for Fischer's ill-fated grab of the pawn in H2, getting his bishop trapped. But if he hadn't played that, they would have shaken hands. It was actually a very dull game with a lot of exchanges and not much action happening. The first game, very often the players are just sort of getting used to their surroundings, and in this case, Kramnik really decided to just kind of gently dip his toe in the water before really fighting hard for the win against Anand. And we'll see after d4, d5, well, step one is Kramnik saw that Anand was ready to play the Slav for this match. Certainly that is a main defense, or if not the main defense for Anand, and was certainly expected. And here Kramnik went for the exchange variation. And given the results of this game, I don't think that we'll see a whole lot more of this as we go on. But it's not a bad idea to start off and see if you can win by doing nothing. That is, not give your opponent any real counter chances, any chances to win the game. See if you can maybe try to take advantage of a mistake. Kramnik may be hoping Anand had some opening jitters. After all, Vichy performed very poorly, finishing last in his last event before this match. So the strategy of doing nothing in the first game, but Vichy seemed to be pretty well prepared for this exchange variation. And in this position after e3, certainly one of the most popular responses nowadays is a6, just kind of stopping any knight to b5 or particularly bishop b5 pinning action, and then black could try to bring the bishop out. Another way to play is simply to play e6. This is very cautious, very safe for black, but then the bishop on c8 is stuck inside the pawn chain, and that's a slight concession. Bishop f5 is certainly a principled move, because now white's only advantage is that he's one move ahead of black. The basically symmetrical pawn structure, pieces coming out in the same way. And so white can only try.
This is Mig with our Game of the Day trivia contest for round 1, brought to you by the House of Staunton, makers of the world's finest chess products. Boards, pieces, clocks, all the stuff you need for the game. You can get it at houseofstaunton.com. And one of the things you can get there, you have a chance to win right now, and that is a beautiful Reykjavik 2 Series chess set made of ebonized boxwood. And we have one for each round of this Anand Kramnik World Championship match. And all you have to do is send in the correct answer to our Game of the Day trivia question, which I'll be getting to here in just a second, and then we'll have a random drawing taken from all the correct answers to find that winner. Of course, we must receive your answer before the start of the next game of the match. So for today, that means you have to email that answer in before the start of game 2. Very important. And we'll announce the winners each day during the show, and also we'll put it up there at the Chess FM area of chessclub.com. So this is a really nice set as well. This isn't they've got all sorts there at House of Staunton, from the inexpensive ones you can take down to the club to the heirloom sets that you don't let anyone touch. Thank you very much. But this one is a great playing set. It's an exact reproduction of the one that Spassky and Fischer used in their 1972 World Championship match, hence the Reykjavik 2 series, and they've got all sorts of cool stuff there. Actually, I was poking around on the website, and they have a set, now get this, made of 40,000-year-old woolly mammoth ivory, which is cool in and of itself, but it's also genius because, of course, ivory is pretty much banned from international trade because of the danger to endangered species and such. You don't want people carving chess sets out of black rhino horns and such. So here you've got the idea they use an animal that's already extinct. It's genius. So no harm. Very cool. So maybe soon they'll be coming out with a carrying case covered in dodo feathers. I don't know, but anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. But that's not the one that's on offer. We've got a beautiful ebonized boxwood set though. This Reykjavik 2, and we've got 12 of them. You've got a chance every round. So let's get to that now. That first trivia question here, game of the day, and again, you'll have to send in your answer to houseofstaunton@chessclub.com. Question number 1, why was only one of the players concerned when the freshly lacquered Staunton pieces weren't dry in time for the start of a match? Okay, did you get that? Oh, this is a true story. They'd had to repaint kind of the pieces and stain them darker because one of the players wasn't happy about the tone, and they didn't dry in time for the start. But only one of the players was bothered by this. And I'll give you another hint here. One of the players was the world champion. So email your answer here. Again, there's no rush. There's going to be, if you know the correct answer, as long as you get it in before the start of round 2 tomorrow, you'll be in the clear. You got to email that to houseofstaunton@chessclub.com. Once again, why was only one of the players concerned when the freshly lacquered Staunton pieces weren't dry in time for the start of a match? And if you have the correct answer and you are the lucky winner, you will get the beautiful Reykjavik 2 series chess set offered up by our Game of the Day trivia sponsor, House of Staunton. So we'll see the answers tomorrow at the winner as well at chessclub.com. And of course, we'll also have our second Game of the Day trivia coming up tomorrow as well. So until then, this is Mig for ICC Chess FM.